and good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world of darkness, and welcome to Street Magic, the mage venue. On today's scene, Violet has decided that she wants to have a look at. She want to have a look at the strange umbral spirits that she is probably thinking to herself are Banes. She remembers how her long ago werewolf acquaintance used to describe the bad juju coming from the Umbra. And well, things have happened lately, like people having nightmares and all those weird portals happening, but there's no portal left, and she's wondering, but wait a minute, like, are they still here? And probably drawn by some kind of morbid curiosity as to what she has seen them do, because she saw them from the Tellurian, and she's been wondering, like, what are they exactly doing? Like, who are they? What do they do? Do they do they have dreams? Do they have aspiration? That's what she want to find out. So she she has been applying to herself a few protections as she rethought of her previous experience in the Umbra. Uh, but it was technocrats, so like really, like spirits are nicer. Obviously, they wouldn't attack her. Like nah. So she crossed the Umbra, and now she stands in Staten Island on the other side as she looks around, ready to start her little adventure.
Okay. As um as Violet looks around, she will notice that the scars that once peppered the Tellurian and the Umbra, especially around junctures such as nodes,
Mm.
have definitely disappeared. She will notice that pattern spiders, all of the little spiders that she's seen weaving their webs throughout the city, have definitely gotten much bigger and are all working much harder. It looks at first glance as if things have been fixed, but as she happens to see more people strolling by, she will manage to catch a glimpse of quite a few of them, still with these black, sort of pulsating creatures clinging to them, whispering in their ears, and feeding upon them.
Oh boy, she um she still looks around because yeah, she remembers that Dahlia said that there was a hole and that she used to cross, and yeah, they have worked really hard, it seems, to get that done, to fix everything. So she's a little bit intrigued and not necessarily very reassured about the fact that the spider seems to grow bigger and bigger. But she she will she will acknowledge this as, well, the real interesting stuff. Like, obviously, like, nobody cares about the Weaver. Like, who cares? She's going to follow. She's going to start to follow the one of the individuals that seems to have attached to himself with one of those creatures, as she will. Well, I mean, having a closer look, would I be able to try to identify them a little bit closer? Since now I'm in the Umbra, not really in the Tellurian, and I have a better view on them.
Sure, you can go ahead and make an intelligence spirit lore roll if you'd like.
Yes, I will try. Okay. What would be the difficulty?
Just 7.
Okay. So Violet is going to try. Well, damn, she have 2 successes, and I will make the roll for her familiar who also have spirit lore. Do, 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 do. So my question is, would encyclopedic knowledge specialty of intelligence work for this case or not?
Yeah, definitely. So, Violet, as you're looking at them, you remember vaguely hearing stories about Banes and these sorts of creatures. And these ones definitely seem to be dealing mostly with these people's psyche. Um, as he floats along beside you,
Mm.
your familiar will point out that these guys are called Nocturna. And he'll inform you that their MO is that they cling to people and force horrible nightmares upon them with themes of like paranoia and self destruction until those people either kill themselves or kill whoever the paranoia is centered around.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just like for a second, and I think that would so work with the spirit. Like, did you actually say they are the emo spirit?
Pretty much. He just sort of like nods at this question.
Yeah, and yeah, she's gonna observe them a little bit more. Just turns to her familiar. But I mean, are they common? Or because I mean, as she looks, if I look around, like basically, I think we must be in some kind of resemblance of a busy street, or at least something akin.
Yeah, pretty much.
How roughly how many of them do I see? Like, is this just one,
On the
one,
busy street,
two,
it
or
seems like there are quite a few of them. Like a lot more than could possibly be normal. A
Mhm.
little less than a third of the people things attached to them.
Mm. So yeah, still quite big. As
Mhm.
I mean, is that's not normal, I guess.
He
What
shakes his head. Not this many of them.
what draws them? Like, I mean, do they take people like any people, or do they need an anchor?
I'm not sure about these ones. A lot of these creatures get bound to people. They usually don't just up and do it themselves, unless the person is already susceptible to nightmares or whatever their influences are.
She's gonna make a pause, and she's gonna take her uh, hand mirror out of her pocket and look at herself. She's slightly thinking, "Yeah, I don't know why this seems to fit my description perfectly."
Well, luckily she doesn't see one of these things sucking on her.
Like, I think that would have been quite a weird and illuminating discovery. Like, now I know a lot of things make sense now. So yeah, I guess what she's gonna do, she's going to follow, she's going to follow one of them, probably at random, because what she's now that she knows a little bit what they are. I think right now what she wants to satiate in terms of curiosity, even if she doesn't have it, is is that she probably wants to hear a little bit of what they're saying, because that's actually the thing that draw her to actually further her investigation, because she couldn't hear them from the Tellurian, and she's very morbidly thinking, like, how do they exactly work on those people? How are they exactly driving them to paranoia or self injury thoughts? So yeah, she's probably going to uh, take any one of them and try to basically hear for a time, like what they are saying.
Okay. One of the ones that she gets fairly close to, she sees is attached to a fairly normal looking businessman type guy who in the Tellurian looks pretty disheveled overall, with very thick bags under his eyes, and the thing whispering into his ear is supposedly alluding to infidelity, as it keeps whispering, "She's cheating on you," and weaving these tales of what you can only assume are false evidence
Mm,
of a loved one.
mm.
She's gonna leave you and take all your stuff. It's only a matter of time now.
How does it look basically when they're weaving? Like, do they have basically do they have their hands in the guy's head and triggering it, or are they needing something, like if they were making a scarf on people? How does it look like? I want to
He sort of, it sort of looks like it's giving the guy a head massage,
know.
but its spindly fingers are sort of dipping into his skull, and each time it leans down to whisper, the guy sort of shudders a bit.
Hmm. So, okay, so that's how it works. But you're saying that basically they need to be attached,
It's easiest for them if someone else does it.
but it's it's massive. Like, is there how can you infuse so many people? That's you you can't do that just on a whim. Like, or can you?
Whatever it was could be months in the making or years. I'm not sure how they all wound up here myself.
Hmm. As she continues to observe those two, thinking thinking that, yeah, it's probably bad, because, well, she remember when she used to have nightmares when she was plagued with visions of death, suffering, and horror. But at the same time, it's it's very strange, because it seems that if you if you accept a little bit of darkness, it's not as bad as it sounds. Like, it's just like pain. Like, when you when you cut yourself for the first time, it hurts, but after a while, it it's just familiar. It's not doesn't hurt anymore. And she she bites her she bites her thumb as she's thinking, I need to know more. She's thinking that yes, she gathered quite a lot of information, but at this point, she's not very much interested in the guy, or even to well, she may have just a slight interest back in why the Bane is doing what it is doing, but she's strangely more interested in how exactly it's choosing to do it, why those particular um, choices of words, and how exactly it feeds on those individuals. Because he's still a spirit. He needs he needs the other side. He needs the other side, and well, if that guy is being sucked on, then well, fastest way fastest way to peace may as well be as just giving in. So she is uh, she is going to basically do her little routine. Even if she is way more familiar with she's way more familiar with the mind aspect of it, but she knows that in the Umbra things are not as easy as they are. You need to more focus on the spirit rather than your standard instruments. So she is still going to copy basically the way she does things as she get out one of her drawing pencil, and she's going to basically try to focus back on giving a sense of kinship and friendship to this creature. Try to basically go into what she sees and perceive of its mindset, of its purpose, and try to establish some form of kinship with it. So here comes the third part. Frighten me and tell me the gauntlet ring. Oh,
In
mistress
the
of
middle
pain.
of the city, the gauntlet is 8.
Curse you, gauntlet. Why you got to ruin my stuff? Okay. Um, she is going to she's going to drop 2 quint. She's going to drop 2 quint to make it at div 6, and will spend a willpower.
Alrighty.
And I gotta watch my willpower because I lost a permanent dot. Oh, the lessons of life. Okay, that's 2 successes.
Okay. Would you like to keep going?
That would make it difficulty 7, correct?
Yeah, if you spend 2 quint.
Oh yeah, if I spend 2 quint again, otherwise it's diff 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my quint. You know what? Yeah, I will spend 2 quint to try again. Continuing just for this one, and yeah, that makes it 3 successes, and I will stop there. I
Okay.
will stop there. Um, remind me. One success in duration is actually turns.
Yeah, 1 success in duration is 2 turns.
Okay, 2 success in no, 2 success in duration, and I guess 1 success in success.
Okay. As you put this sort of aura out there, The creature sucking on the guy's neck will sort of like tilt its head as it looks at you. It doesn't stop pumping whatever it is out of his head through its fingers, but you definitely have its attention. It blinks a couple of times.
Yeah, basically that guy was eating his sandwich and I just sit next to him. Still eating his sandwich. Hello. Mm, uh, I'm being a dum dum, but I need yeah, that's right. I would need to roll um I would need to roll a spirit one actually to understand that guy. Don't I?
Not exactly, because you heard it talking before. It just
Ah,
sort of like made that noise at you and is still looking at you.
okay. And yeah, she's going to hand wave what's she saying? I'm not here to interrupt you.
What are you here for?
I'm curious as to your method. Why did you choose the cheating wife?
He worries about it all the time.
Because she's much prettier than he is, and he thinks he doesn't deserve her.
It nods.
What do you think will be the outcome? Do you think he will try to attempt at her life, or do you think he will just decide to end it?
I think it'll be her blood that spills.
Does it make any sense to you?
No,
Whenever.
the one
So,
that lives will be my next meal.
I'm sorry, what did he say? The next one who lives will be my next meal?
The one who.
Oh, okay. So, how do you choose them? Are there. Do you go for those who already have something? I guess that would be easier. But do you go
Uh,
for sane ones?
the skin under its eyes begins to rip as it grins, and it just says, "He is a gift. They're all gifts to us."
Ah, someone who really must really care about you.
What does this care about you?
And she thinks as she she points at the guy as uh, she's not going, for the touch on the guy. She just keeps a distance as she almost caress the guy's hair in the umbra, but staying at a distance, pretty much doing the image of, of doing so. You must feel it somehow inside. That's that's the reason why he is like he is. Don't you think that if he didn't feel attached to this person, you wouldn't have much to feed on? If he didn't feel a strong bound, a strong attachment, emotional one, that is the origin of your suggestions. If he didn't care, he wouldn't be so worried.
He is human. Humans think about human things.
Mm.
I do not understand this love. I just know that it feeds me. I understand hunger. Do you?
she she thinks a little bit. I never really felt hunger as the one that you must be experiencing. But I know, I know hurt, I know sadness and sense of betrayal. I am familiar with those. And the hate that one feels for those who clogs reality, who tries to kill us by stopping us from being who we are.
I understand hate. Hate is valuable.
Hate gives strength when you need it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Mm. And she looks around. She looks around, seeing all the other people being fed on, and she will go back to the one who she's been speaking with. So I know a few things. I know a few things about your kind, but I'm wondering, is it mm, what makes it that you need sometimes exterior help to latch on somebody? Why? What makes it hard for you not to go on that one? As she points to, someone who has no Nocturna attached to them.
It is easiest when you are given things. I did not have to hunt this one. He was already weak enough. The others, you have to work on. You have to make them ready to be fed upon. I think you humans have a word called cooking.
She nods. Yes, I see. You need you need to prepare them if they are if they don't already have a festering wound for you to attach yourself to. Mm.
Yes, it is just easiest this way.
Mm. You have you have had help, didn't you? Or are people that desperate nowadays?
Many are.
Mm.
Desperation is another thing I know. Many humans have it.
Why did the gate? Do you know why the gates closed? I saw many gateways, but they all seems closed now, and the mechanical spiders, they seems to be larger, busier than they ever were.
Someone fed the spiders. They took our doorways from us. It hisses.
I see. Well, I will not bother you any much longer. I think you have a very long journey back until you are fully fed. I don't want to intrude too much on your work. And she will she will search through, because okay, I have a question depending on um, how this might end. Um,
Mhm.
do spirits? I know spirits feed on quint and gnosis, but do they also feed on tasks?
Absolutely.
Mm. And she she is going to search through her pocket, and she's going to take out two small I guess how would they look like? Uh, I guess wasted food that seems to, well, seen better days, as it seems to be slightly festering. I could give you this for your troubles if you would just answer one question, one more question, and then I will leave you with this gift, and you will be free to continue your work.
The creature certainly looks interested. What is your question?
Who who gave them to you? Can you describe me this person, or give me a name if you have one?
There were many of them, wreathed in black cloaks. The two leaders were female. That is all I know. They
She.
hid themselves from me, as you try to do.
I'm sorry. What did he say on the last part? I only got just like you do.
They hid themselves from me, as you try to do.
And she will she will nod, and she will hand over, open her palm back, and yep, hand hand the two tasks to the Nocturna. Thank you for answering my questions.
The spirit will lean down and it will take the tass in one bite. Violet will be able to hear the crunches and squishes as it makes its way through its garbage bag like body. Thank you for the food.
We all hunger for something.
Yes.
Goodbye, Nocturna. Maybe we shall see each other in the future.
Perhaps.
And with that, she will start to make her way back to the Oblivion Chantry, thinking that, well, that has been a very interesting and pleasant conversation.
And after she has left her new friend behind, I believe this is a good place for us to end our scene. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, Bob, for watching. This is the scene for Living World of Darkness, Street Magic.